just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. We're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. Going to mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9 yards.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Adrian Taylor-Demerson on the tackle.
Up 2nd and 7.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Now, faking the give, flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll try it now with Genty, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff her on 4th down. Opening carry of the game for Tyjae Spears. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Murray. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's an Arizona first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Now it's Spears. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. 13 pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Murray. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. Great job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
2nd and 10.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
It's a gain of 11.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Play action now. It's Murray. To the goal line and in. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. That his 2nd TD catch of the season. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. And that one is no good. He missed the extra point. So much for 7 to start. It is a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line.
Ready. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Motion. Coming. Go.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Out to his right. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is.
On the set. Tag. 1970 Lions.
He'll drop to throw. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. Good work there to get this back close to a first down. 13 on the gain. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty. First down and more. He's inside the 35. And he'll take this one in. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Cardinals 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
It's a designed run for Murray. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Raiders with the early lead. And we're back in Vegas after this. They'll come up here, first and 10. A carry here for Spears. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Travis Jones there to bring him down.
At the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second
down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. A run up the middle, Spears. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and 4.
Working out of the gun, Murray. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the hole, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And you're one of the go-to guys on your team. I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Third and long. Working from the shotgun. It's Murray. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answer?
And he's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown.
His second touchdown of this first half.
So by nature, Mike, you know I am a guy that is generally aggressive on fourth down, but I'm not sure if I was the coach that I would even be this aggressive. I mean, it was 4th and long, but hey, listen, they have confidence in their offense. They have confidence in their group, and hey, who are we to second guess them?
The Cardinals will
Throwing
run
Murray.
a 2-point conversion.
And that's going to be incomplete, but hold on, there is a flag down. Let's see what we've got. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. Point after now from Tucker.
For the extra point.
And that is no good again. It'll be his second missed extra point of this afternoon. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 12 yards on the game, and that's good for a quick first down.
Las Vegas.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. You give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Let's go now. Take go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. There he goes again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
21-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty. We'll get this right to the 20-yard line. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready, break.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. It is 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Go.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Forced out wide. Now he takes off. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
First down and goal to go.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
Hiking 18.
Here's Genty. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man. That's Dante Fulton. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
The quarterback set by Akeem Davis-Gaither. A 9-yard loss on the play. It's 4th and goal.
On 4th down,
Daniel
on comes
Carlson
Daniel
for the Raider
Carlson
field goal.
for the Raiders field goal.
32-yard
This
attempt.
one is good. He knocks it through.
Makes the score.
And the
Cardinals
Raiders
12.
will cut the
Raiders
deficit
10.
down to 2.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down past the 25.
The Cardinals
Decent field
take over
position
first
to
and
start
10
this drive.
at their own 26-yard line.
That's Harrison in motion. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start this drive on the ground with speed. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Murray. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Second down, Murray. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Now Murray, rolling right. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. They'll run the toss to Genty. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raider first down.
Anytime you're running a toss play, you're really just in a race to the perimeter of the defense. Is my guy faster than your guy? In this case, the speed in the backfield wins. He picks up big yardage and the first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Escaping to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets
out. The ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
70 Lion.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Okay, ready?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty, running left. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Go!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Daniel Carlson to try the field goal.
29-yard
Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's a handoff to Spears. This defense falls over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Murray. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 72 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. That's a gain of 72 yards.
1st and goal, Arizona.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Here's Spears. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Just shy of the goal.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. Murray. And he'll take it on in. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
So Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2.
The Cardinals will line up.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is hot. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
70 Timberwolves.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
yards. He was brought down at the 26.
So we are through 3.
On the pickup.
We'll return
It's
with more
second and
after
inches.
this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Back to throw. He'll find 50 out of the backfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Run right up the gut with Jensen. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Be ready, be ready.
They'll look to throw. That's left side to Tucker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ready, set.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
Go.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Now he'll work his way out right. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Play action. It's Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and He's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll try and run here with Spears. He's going to have enough for the first down. He'll take this to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
That's another.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
A gain of 31 yards.
They go play action for Murray. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now 2nd down throw for Murray. He's going to go up top here for McBride. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation, Mike. There's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Vegas.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Genty. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's brought down
at this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Genty. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Zamir White. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll run, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He'll drop to throw. Headed left, buying time. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. A modest game. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Second down, they need 7.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
They'll throw out of the gun. To the goal line and in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Vegas.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man. It's caught in the end zone. They get the 2 points. It's going to allow them to take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Forced to his right. Again, working deep downfield. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Tajay Spears coming out of the backfield that time. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
First down, Cardinals.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. To throw again is Murray. Forced out wide. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On 3rd down, Murray. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of
A
42
big
yards.
one here in the 4th quarter. 42 yards.
First and
Now,
goal.
1st
at the
and
5-yard
goal.
line.
Throwing again is Murray. That is caught, and he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, all the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Now, 2nd and inches. They'll run with speed. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Oh, this ball's going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40. This is 1st and 10.
19, Tiger.
Throwing now from the gun. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Moving to his left. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Moving to his right. He runs with it. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out, and this game is over. So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. They look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to